Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your boy, P-Funk, Thinking Right, in my living room where I do what I do for you. Because the lab is getting done. The walls is up, cylinders in, we getting there. Alright, here you go. Rather than 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message in the story for life. These are life lessons. This is going to be another good one for you. Hope you enjoy it. But first of all, right thinking, mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Get to know yourself a little better. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka knowing thyself. It's a goal that all right thinkers should strive for. That's why I want it to you. I'm going to cram it down your throat because it's the essence of what we do as right thinkers. Okay? Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believes that he knows, dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken you. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Mayat be true. You got to have balance. All right, here we go. Right thinkers, let's talk about what right thinking philosophy is having knowledge of God. It's not a religion, it's a way of life, and it's a way that you can implement in your life and take care of things you need to do for yourself with this knowledge. Watch this. When you become spiritually enlightened, aka gaining knowledge of self, you will know God. If you know you, you know Him, and vice versa. Depending on how you want to do it, some people do it the other way and figure it out. Some people do it the right way and understand as they go. I can become like Him through what? Righteous living, good deeds, and being my best self. That's all it is. Okay. All these games they playing, all this written around the rosy nonsense, I'm going to give it to you straight, and you can deal with it any way you want. Okay, here you go. Right thinking philosophy, I'm giving you the instructions that you need to reach what we call Godhood, Nihas, Christ-like anointment, but it's information for self to become aware of who you are. God and goddesses, okay? We are gods in human form. Becoming conscious of that is your job as a human being. That's what right thinking try to get you to understand. This is your birthright. Know who you are. My spirit, our spirit, is of God. You have to learn to use it and find out who you are. The great I am is you in the flesh. But with knowledge of that, now you know. Sorry about that. Man are mortal gods. Gods are man are mortal gods. Gods are immortal man. You get it? You're all in one. Next one is ignorant people will never understand the concept of being God. I never forget. No, I ain't going there. I ain't tell that story. Let's move on. Keep it in. If you are ignorant of self, that means you don't know who you are. And some people don't care. They don't mind. That's fine. Those are the ones who, I tell you, foolish. Leave them be. You're going to have a lot of them too. Okay? There's two of them things that you don't want to be bothered with. And one of them is the ones who don't know and don't care. That's the ones you want to leave alone. Those are ignorant ones. Ignorance is a disease like cancer that that with right thinking philosophy, you can be cured of being ignorant with knowledge of self. That's the cure for that. Okay? It's like you get syphilis, penicillin is the cure for it. You're ignorant, knowledge is the cure for it. Right thinking is knowledge that will cure your ignorance of self. Ain't got nothing to do with other stuff you might catch. All right. Personally, my goal is to enlighten the unenlightened, the ignorant, bring them to light, educate them about them, not somebody else. That's the right thinking philosophy. Focus on self. Find and know thyself. You'll know God. If you don't believe in God, you are spiritually dead and spiritually ignorant. Why? Not physically, but spiritually and mentally, because you ain't thinking right. All right? Ignorance is being absent of self-knowledge, not knowing yourself. Most of us are, so don't feel bad. But if you have an opportunity to do that, you should take care of it. Young people learn it early in life. Older people, you're never too old to learn. So get on the bandwagon, find out who you are, even if you are old. Okay? Right thinking philosophy teaches you who you really are. Gods. I know that with studying and practicing, you will reach a level of consciousness that you will agree I'm where I need to be spiritually. With knowledge of self, at that level, you will be a better person. I know me because I took the time to learn and gave me the concept of right thinking philosophy after 30 years of studying and perfecting me. To know thyself should be your life's goal, not fame and fortune, but some of us think a little different. That's your prerogative. Right thinkers are learning how to know themselves. That's a beautiful thing, as far as I'm concerned. If you learn your God and goddesses aspects, you will become a master of yourself. Makes me feel good to say that. Knowledge of self is a higher form of knowledge. Why? Because you become conscious of who you really are, in the essence of who you are for yourself. The God of your understanding should be who you worship. I do. To become God conscious, you have to study and learn and then live it. If you're not living your thoughts, you're not living the concepts, you're not living the lessons that you learn, it's a waste of time. Trust me. Right thinking philosophy, aka I got the Egyptian mystery system that I learned over the 30-year period. I've learned to master myself with the Egyptian mystery system concepts. The tree of life, trust me, it works. The self is God. Right thinking philosophy gives you the knowledge of yourself. Hey, if you have knowledge of self, you know God. Can't get no plainer, okay? Next one is true knowledge is not academic knowledge, but self-knowledge. I have nothing against academia, I keep telling you that, but you need to have this knowledge to go with that. Then you got some working. That's all I'm saying. A lot of times they get one and don't get the other. A lot of times one gets self-knowledge, think he don't need academia. No, you need to understand academia too. All right, that's the saying. Last one, I appreciate you tuning in. To master right thinking philosophy is reaching the highest level of intelligence of spirituality. Nihas, that's the level of you knowing yourself. When you become master of right thinking philosophy, you become godlike. The story I told my brother a few years ago, I said, my man, I'm God. He goes, oh, in you we trust? Ignorance. Now we talk and converse. We're on the same page with that concept. See? Takes a little time, but it's all right. No fussing, no fighting. When you're God-like, you're spiritually awakened with God knowledge. Knowing thyself, knowing God, you feel me? So it's repetition, but you have to understand it. I have knowledge of a lot of things, but my self-knowledge comes first. I had it the other way around before. Okay, so I put that behind and took my self-knowledge, put that in front. That's right thinking philosophy. That's how we rolling. Okay, all right. I was a good student. Now I learned all I could. Now I can teach it. Why? Because I know it. Wrapping it up again. I appreciate you. I know myself, and I know I am God. If you have knowledge of self, you will know God. Become a man or woman of God. I just got that phrase this morning, MOG. That's man of God. Yeah, I appreciate that because that's what I am. You could be too. Tune in. I got some more for you.